Hello everybody, I'm Wroughtstream, and I'm here with more Dance of Fire and Ice. Now, I guess two things to mention, before we get on to things. So first off, Constellation still hasn't been out yet for this month. And, the reason being is that the person who's currently managing it is quite busy. From what I've heard, I think they are taking exams for something, and I still wish them the best of luck in those academic achievements, as I hope they have studied well for those tests, right? Anyway, and also to mention the other thing, so you might start hearing some fans or some little air conditioning in the background. That is because it is starting to get a little hot. And because of that, I have to kind of turn it on, but eventually it kind of causes this where you might hear a little noise in the background. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about it, but hopefully it's not too much of a bother. You might even barely hear it, I don't know. But you might hear it more as the climate gets more hotter, as I probably have to put it on higher settings, which causes more sound. So hopefully that isn't too much of a bother, but without further ado, let's get started on everything else, alright? Alright, let's see what I get this time around. Let's hope for something. Ooh, 3. Now, what is this one? Oh, this one was so long ago. Wait, hold up. I think I know which one it is, I think. Yep, Escape from Heaven by Astral Overseer. This one was quite a long time ago. But to finally be playing it again, from all the way from 13 to 126, that is a bit of a hectic time now, isn't it? This is one of the... Not gonna lie, this custom level hasn't exactly aged the best, but I will say, it's still better than the average workshop chart, so that's still something to be appreciated. But it does cause this on-beat rotation. But keep in mind, this was when, level trading practices were not as solid. And it was a lot more probably lenient to actually get into constellations. If I were making levels, imagine the quality of levels that I'm making right now, right? If I were to put those levels in 2020, they might actually be received pretty well towards the community, right? Just because, charting styles weren't really, completely founded. Because this is when, it was kind of the Wild West of charting, I think, at this point. Not that I really know too much about it, since I was not really involved that much with the community at the time. Anyway, also, this is by Astral Overseer, believe it or not. So, yeah. Dude is still making charts for this game, by the way. Makes, I think he has, 70 charts right now. So that's kind of crazy. Crazy grind. Just like Yule, honestly. You have, subcharges that just, make, insane amounts of charts. And honestly, every single one of them is probably better than my charts, honestly. As you can tell, the reason why I rate this easy is because it kind of repeats the same rhythm over and over. However, here you just have to kind of keep a consistent rhythm here. Okay. There you go. I'm pretty sure there is a normal and a hard version of this chart. I might play those eventually. So, yeah, but for right now, I'm kind of chilling with the easy mode. This was, so long ago. This is, my third custom that I ever played, too. So, yeah, I think that, officially marks me, playing all those custom levels for my first episode of when I played custom levels. If you watch those old videos, I will say they're still so scuffed when you compare it to my new stuff. My new stuff is so much more better than my older stuff. Although, you can kind of see me developing, a more better quality in my videos once I come back to the game with the Muse Dash collab levels. That's when I start putting in a little bit more effort, and then over time you can see that effort slowly increase over time, which is really interesting to see if you're curious in that, I guess. So we got a name I cannot pronounce, composed by a name I cannot pronounce, and charted by Pia. Now this easy level that is not a viewer suggestion or a constellation at all. I heard this being talked within the RDL server, and they were saying good things about it, so I took upon the liberty of myself. No one suggested this level, but I decided to just play it. You know, it's kind of like when I did a while ago when I kind of scouted out levels for myself. This is what I'm doing right here. It's the exact same scenario. People said good things about it, and I'm ready to play it. Okay. Ooh, triangle like that, okay. Oh, that's checkpoints too, that's nice. Okay. I wasn't expecting those triangles though, but damn, okay. That was pretty scuffed on my part. Honestly, I'm sorry this part isn't in double BPM, because it's like the chorus. But whatever. Oh, wait, what the hell is that? Oh, that was triplets? Wait, I have no idea what those actually were. Whatever, bro, I'm just gonna roll with it. There you go, 5 hits. Okay. Alright. Man, this is a long song. Wait. Okay, God, that's like... The speed changes are a little rough to read when you have them inside the groups like that. But okay. I do like this song though, but man, this seems like this might be a little bit more longer than I was anticipating. That's fine. I can handle it. Oh, never mind. That's just when I was saying that, the song just ends like that. Okay. I will say, I was expecting the song to be a bit more easier. I did not expect some of those triangles in double BPM. And because, you know, double BPM triangles are always a little tricky to deal with whenever you see them. But anyway, that was a neat little chart. I think this is... Actually, I have no idea if this is this charter's first chart or not. It definitely feels like it, maybe. I don't know. Because some of the... There's a little bit of, like, you know... I guess propulsion that the chart could use, especially, you know, with like speed changes inside loops and stuff like that. I think probably some of those sections could be a little bit better, but this is still a pretty solid chart in my opinion. I like the visual effects. It's not like unfair or anything. So yeah, I think that was a pretty solid chart that I managed to see that everyone was kind of, you know, praising about in the RDL lounge. So that's nice. Confession Farewell, composed by a name I cannot pronounce, an All Cube team, charted by All Cube team. You know, contains a bunch of people who worked on this. Really cool visual effects, but might be a little bit hard to read. Oh, swing? That's nice to see. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's checkpoints though, that's nice. What are all my plants right now? There's like pawn chess pieces. This would probably make more sense if I could understand the lyrics of the song. Oh wow, that little extension gotta get rid of nowhere. Whoa, what the? Oh god, okay. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised I managed to sight read that. I should have died there. Oh man, okay, I could definitely see what they're talking about with the readability there. God. That section was a roller coaster to read. What the? Oh my god. Bro, what the hell is that? Wow, okay. Or they are lucky I can react to this. God. Oh, I like this though. Oh man. There's like a lot of cool details in this, but like the readability could just be a bit more better, and this would obviously be a lot more of a cooler chart. Nice. Okay. Very nice and beautiful to look at, I will say. It is really cool, and I like the visual details in this, but oh, the readability could be a little bit better, I will say. I guess maybe this is more of like a chart to kind of look at rather than to play it yourself, but man, I really do prefer, you know, I mean, hopefully, I'm not sure if this team has ever made like another chart, but hopefully they kind of take some, I think they probably got some feedback of where, you know, the charting can be a little bit unreadable at times, and hopefully they take that feedback into the mind for their next one, because this team has a lot of potential. It's kind of like Team Vega, where sometimes they kind of run into the same issue, where they have so many visual effects that it almost makes the chart unreadable. But I think if they could fix up a couple of things here, I think this could be readable and also a lot more nice to read. Because I do like some of like the track effects. Some of the track effects and how it like changes is really nice. It's just that some of them can be very disorienting or kind of be very misleading. I'm just saying. But hey, name I can't pronounce anyway. Algorithm composed by MTU and shorted by a name that I cannot pronounce. No, this is a viewer suggestion. They list out a couple of reasons. Or not a couple of reasons, but just like this level kind of like references like 3 worlds. I think it's like 10. 11 and some other world. I'll probably be able to recognize it. I think it was like 9x or something. I don't know. I forgot, but we'll probably figure out the answer to that. But like the 10x reference in particular is a little bit faster, which I can tell there's a fast section by this asking me this. But yeah, let's just get started. All right. Seems like so far we're maybe dealing with something a bit simplistic visually, which is nice. Also M2U. Goddamn. Hearing more ADOFAI charts from this composer? Like, damn. Because holy crap. Because the more I listen to Duplicity, that was like Ferris chart, like I'm like, damn, this composer actually makes some banging songs. So I don't know. I might chart one of their songs, maybe. Because a lot of them have some really nice potential. Nice video background. I guess it's just gonna. Oh, whoa, okay. Excelsior had the same thing where it got slow, then gets fast. This song is a groove, though. Oh, that's the end already? Oh yeah, it does. The bar down there does kind of show how long the song is in it. Damn. I feel like it ended before it kind of began, you know? It's a little sad. But it is a very simplistic level overall, though. But hey, I do appreciate it. Very readable. It's very nice. I guess a pretty good solid chart. I guess like it is a little bit fast in that swing section, although I don't think it's like that bad. I don't know if there's any checkpoints in this though. Phases of the Moon, composed by Valerie Halla and charted by GMD Brandon. Enter in Valerie Halla, the artist behind one of ADOFAI's most recent official levels, XN-X, Trans-Neptunian Object. While they may not be very active as a musician, the songs that they produce are simply amazing. And here's one example of that. Experience the constant changing of the rhythm and the time changer, while GMD Brandon charts it finally for you. Okay. Man. I think I've heard this song before, and I do remember it for being really weird, so I'm actually kind of excited. Oh yeah, by the way, if you can't tell, this is the same composer who made Trans-Neptunian Planet, right? That's what the song is called, right? Because you should be able to recognize some of the instrumentation here. You know what's weird? That was like the weirdest sight reading mistake I've ever done. I literally thought that pentagon was a back-to-back shape for some reason. That's fine though. We'll get right into it. Yeah, there's no checkpoints in this, but that's fine. This chart, it's not so tough that like I'm, a little saddened that I have to do it again. Also, because this is kind of nice anyway. I like it. Bit exquisite in some ways, I guess. Actually, is that the right word to use it? Exquisite's like just saying something's good. I'm trying to say like it's a little like quirky, but I try to use like a fancy word for it. Shows me I gotta review up on my English vocabulary. Otherwise, you just sound like same born person if you use the same vocab all the time. Oh, that's kind of just been drilled at this point, just because, oh god, I remember when I lost so many points on my English papers, just because, like, my like, word choice was, like, unsophisticated. Which means, like, I didn't really use, like, any, like... Oh, that was so weird to play through. Okay. Nice. Wow, I was actually pretty close to the end there. I mean, it probably said like 90% something, and I probably didn't even realize I was that close to the end until I got back to that point, because I didn't even check. Anyway, that was a neat little chart. Something done from Constellations, which is really nice. Break the Silence, short version, composed by Camellia and charted by Yule. Now, the reason why they suggest this is that this is a level that has a BPM of 220, which is Final Hope BPM. And it has some really really nice wacky rhythms, which, I mean, we already had more wacky rhythms in this one, in the last custom, so I guess we're going to have more here, so let's see. But don't worry, we're not going to have, like, you know, a funky rhythm Thagon thing. We're going to have a little bit of a tough chart that's just, you know, conventionally hard rather than having a bunch of wacky rhythms. I mean, this already looks kind of goofy already, just looking from this into, like, the slow mode. Ooh, though. Okay, damn. When they start, like, introducing that little instrument, like, you already got me invested in the song already. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh my god, okay. Okay, ooh. Okay, that was fun right there. I like that. Okay. Alright, alright. Damn. Oh, this is the short version though, so it's probably gonna end. Oh man, this song sounds fun to play there, I don't know. We're going. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're at the end now. Okay, that other fast section, well, I guess fast in quotation marks, since, you know, it's like 220. It's not that fast, but damn. I thought that section was going to be a little bit more tricky, but damn. That, like, first initial fast section was, like, really funky to play. It had, like, some weird shapes. But then the other section kind of became, like, a more traditional kind of thing. You had a bunch of outside three-point turns and Trasilos. So, it got actually a bit more easier, although, I don't know, maybe it's just because, you know, there's no checkpoints in this level, so maybe, you know, they up-fronted the difficulty and then kind of made it so that, you know, you just gotta keep up the pace once you get to that ending portion. Excelsior, composed by AK plus Q, and charted by a name I cannot pronounce, and another name that I cannot pronounce. The reason for why they suggest this level is fast. So, let us get started. Oh, I wonder how fast this is really gonna be, actually. I don't know. Just had to get a little stretch in, you know? Okay. That next frap is gonna tell us what the double BPM is gonna be like. So let's see what we got. Ooh, this song has a nice finale feel to it, which I do like. Alright. I also had checkpoints, which is nice too. Alright. Okay. First double BPM section down. There's no, that's not the only thing it got for me, right? Okay. Is there one more section after this? Oh yeah, we're still going. Yeah, this song feels like it's gonna be maybe lasting for a little while, I don't know. Oh, that's it? Oh, damn. Not gonna lie? I really love playing through this, actually, damn. Got my fingers moving with those squares, though. God damn. What a cool chart, though. I really did like it. I love, like, the squares. Like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like, damn. Those squares were satisfying to play. Nice, good checkpoint usage, too. Like, I could see myself, like, recommending this to other people just because, you know, it already has some built-in checkpoints that are pretty reasonable. And, it's pretty, like, sight readable too. Really nice. I think that's just a nice chart overall. I might you know, recommend this to, like, you know, people who want to, like, you know, take on some more you know, tougher classic charts, I guess. And you know, that speed isn't too extravagant. I don't think it's like 390. It's probably like maybe like 360 or something around that. I don't know. I'm really bad at approximating BPM, but that was really fun to play through. I had a good time with that, so good suggestion. Good suggestion. Alright, so let's get started with the first custom level that I played, which is a name that I cannot pronounce, composed by a name that I cannot pronounce. To really describe this level, I guess it's insane. Like, it has some sections that are a bit of a difficulty spike, while some sections are pretty easy in relative manner. But what makes those double BPM sections go up to an insane is just because you have double BPM sections with triangles. And those can be quite tough to tap out, as they do require a bit of speed from you. But if you can do it, then yeah, it should be fine enough. And I think there are checkpoints, if I recall correctly, I think so. I think it should be a nice little easy clear, you know? Confession Farewell, composed by a name that I cannot pronounce. As much as there is a lot of readability issues, the level looks really nice, and I really enjoyed looking at it, but I think in terms of difficulty, it's just advanced. I feel like it'd be a little weird to call this one, like, a hard, just because it can be a little very visually distracting. Because all the other ones in hards, you know, they're a bit more faster, and they have a lot more inputs. Well, this doesn't really have any inputs. Like, it doesn't have a lot of inputs, just a lot of swing stuff that you usually don't normally deal with. It's just that it's really hard to sight read, just because of visual effects being a bit focused on, while the readability is kind of neglected. So I think just putting it in advanced just makes sense, I think. Algorithm, composed by MTU, is insane. Maybe a little bit of an overranking, maybe. But I feel like this fits insane just because of the double BPM sections that last for quite a decent bit. And, you know, it's just very fast swing once you get to that point, which, you know, resemble 10x patterns. But as long as you get used to really fast swing rhythms, you should be fine. Although it does get very tricky once you start, you know, dancing around with some more complex rhythms, you know. Phases of the Moon, composed by Valerie Halla. Maybe a hard, although it is a bit tricky to place this one, but it does get a little tricky. It's not super fast, it's just really wacky and weird rhythms. Once you get used to those weird time signatures, you should be fine, especially because it is quite easy to read, I guess. Even though there's a lot of twirls, you can just pay attention to the colors, and it usually helps out the most. So you see a bunch of blue twirls, you're probably always playing on the outside angle. If you see a bunch of red twirls, you're playing on the inside. And that's kind of, and there is like a, you know, funky little pentagon at the end, but I don't know, it doesn't, I mean, it's a bit of a tricky section at the end, but it's not like super difficult. It's just a little something to throw you off before you get to the ending. Break the Silence, short version, composed by Camellia. I guess hard, actually. This is like 220 BPM with some really wacky rhythms in some of those sections where it is 220 BPM. So I think it just fits because the speed, the weird rhythms, and yeah. This one's like pretty like basic though. Like it's like there's no gimmicks or anything. It's no like tricky visual effects or anything like that. It's just like a level that you kind of just get through, you know. Excelsior, composed by A Key plus Q, is a expert. Maybe again a little bit of an overranking, but I think this fits because this level is actually quite fast. The double BPM sections are quite condensed into a lot of loops that you have to play out, and there are some hexagons you gotta worry about in those double BPM sections. There's no like tricky visual effects or anything like that, and there are checkpoints. I think this is just a level, a chart that's there. You know, it's not like tricky visually or anything like that. It's just like, you know, solid just playing through the level, you know. So if you can do that, you should be fine. But you know, I imagine that the BPM and the amount of loops that you kind of have to deal with might bring it up quite a notch when I compare it to the other levels under the insane in category. That's it for all the custom levels I played today. Hopefully you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and hopefully I'll see you another day.